This is a house in Fall Creek. This is where I started doing prescription pills.
It was inside this house that Megan McCaney has had some of her darkest days. She used to sell crack to the man that once lived here, and when he didn't have cash, he would pay her an oxycodone.
I mean, I had dabbled in Percocet and stuff before, but this was hardcore oxys and Opanas, and a lot of them.
During this time, McCaney got pregnant. The addiction that started in this house eventually became the reason that Child Protective Services came and took McCaney's child away.
Found out I was pregnant, I stopped using, and then right after I had my daughter, I got some oxys because I was in pain.
Quite a contrast from McCaney's childhood, growing up in a normal home with a loving family.
This is my house, my mom's house. She rented it.
That all changed when her dad got sick. He had a brain aneurysm that ruptured. Things started to take a turn for the worst.
So I kind of didn't like going home. So I hung out, smoking weed, doing things that teenagers shouldn't be doing, but I was doing. Mm-hmm. Drinking, hanging out, started selling drugs.
At what age was that?
16.
Okay.
15, 16.
And that's just pot, or what were you selling?
Crack.
I can identify with a lot of people who have had medical problems and then became hooked on opiates and opioids and then heroin.
Brian Briggs, who was in charge of Ithaca Drug Users Union, used to manage a restaurant and coach a high school hockey team until he was injured refereeing one of the games.
I was doing really well, and then I got hurt, and I got concussions, and I got morphine, and that was a wrap. That was it. It was crazy.
Through Ithaca's Drug Users Union, Briggs is able to feel a sense of belonging. Every Friday at 8 p.m., he hosts the Power Hour, where he brings on a variety of guests to discuss harm reduction.
To another episode of the Ithaca Drug Users Union Power Hour.
Briggs and McCaney have known each other for a long time. They first met when they used together, and he says that people judge her because they know of her history with drugs. But maybe they shouldn't.
But Megan was still a very smart, great, friendly person, who kind of brought a smile to most people's, to people that she met throughout the day.
McCaney used to work for STAP, or Southern Tier AIDS Program, until very recently she decided that she needed to concentrate more on herself.
The opiate crisis exists here in Tompkins County just as it does in all over the U.S. We serve over 3,000 individuals, and that's 8 different counties that we serve.
For Kim Conrad, McCaney and Briggs' stories are nothing but common.
I think that most people who find themselves addicted to opiates are often, we talk about 80% of people in the U.S. who now are using heroin first started using some type of prescription painkiller. Unfortunately,
McCaney's fight to turn around her life continues. She has lost her daughter and had a tough time regaining trust with her family. And the majority of this started at that house, 2 blocks down from Fall Creek Elementary School.
And there's definitely choices that I made that were not good choices, but it is what it is, The only thing I can do now is not make those choices again because I learned my lesson.
Yeah. For NY Local Ithaca, I'm Cody Taylor with Ithaca College.